Hello everyone, welcome to Iterator Tools in Python coding exercise. Python iterator tools are fast, memory-efficient functions, a collection of constructs for handling iterators. To create an object as an iterator, you have to implement the methods itr and next to your object. Itr function returns the iterator object itself. This is used in for and in statement. The next method returns the next value in the sequence. In order to avoid the iteration to go on forever, raise the stop iteration exception. In this coding exercise, we are going to implement iterator tools. To start with, we are going to first import the iterator tools. And then create a list, let's say countries. And then we are going to use the combinations functions of iterator tools. And then using for loop, I'm going to traverse through my results. So the output, as you see, gives the combination of countries 3 at a time. Next is combination with replacement. It allows the element repetition. Import iterator tools. Then again create a list. I'm going to copy this list from my first cell. Then results equals to iterator tools dot combination with replacement countries comma 3, and then using for loop so you can see all the combinations are given as an output and it allows the element repetition. So 3 countries at a time have been combined with replacement. Welcome to Iterators tool part 2. In this, we are going to see how count function can be implemented with the iterator tools. So first, we are going to import iterator tools and then use a for loop dot count and give the start index and the end index, then print I. If the value of I is greater than 30, then break. So you can see it starts from 20 with a step 4, 20, 24, 28, 32, and once it goes after 30, then it breaks. Next is group by. Group by is used to group things together just like in SQL. So for this, first we are going to import iterator tools. Then we will create a list . Once we have created our list, then we are going to create an iterator object. Then group by. For my countries, and my function is lambda x and the first value of my list. Then using for loop, I'm going to access the value key comma group in iterator1 object. Result is equal to my dictionary, that is key comma list of group, and then print result. So it basically groups the things together, which is nothing but the countries over here, and the first element of my list, that is west and east, would be treated as the keys for my values that are grouped together. So if I run this, so you can see west USA, west Canada, east is Singapore, east Taiwan. In the next part, we are going to implement permutation from Itertools, import permutations, say name be Steve, and we are going to generate the permutation for this name. Then using for loop, I'm going to print the value of j. So when I run this, sorry for the typo, so you can see it gives me all the permutations for the name Steve. Next, we are going to see the Cartesian product of the input iterables, that is the product function. To do so, first we are going to import product from Itertools. And then I'm going to create a function def cart product, say array 1 comma array 2, and return list of the product of these two arrays. Now I'm going to create my array 1, which is going to be a list 100 comma 200, and array 2, which is going to be again a list, so 300 comma 400 say, and then I'm going to print my Cartesian product by passing my array 1 comma array 2. So if I print this, then it shows 100 comma 300, 100 comma 400, 200 comma 300, 200 comma 400. So that's the Cartesian product of my input iterables. Then we are going to implement compress. So for that, first I'm going to import Itertools and then import operators. Then specify your countries, say a list. So let's say USA, Canada, and Singapore. Then selectors list be, let's say, false, comma false, comma true. And now I'm going to create the compress function. So result is equals to Itertools dot compress, and for the countries, comma selectors, and I'm using for loop. I'm going to print the result for I in result, print I. So you can see whatever value that is true, that is getting compressed using compress function. So the only value that is true is Singapore, so it prints Singapore. Next is star map. Star map is used when an iterable is contained within another iterable and to apply any function where each element of iterable to be considered is separate. So to do so, first I am going to import star map from Itertools. So from tools, import star map, and then I'm going to create a list. Say A is equals to the pairs 5, 2, 3, and then I'm going to create a variable new A is equals to list of. Now I'm going to apply my star map function. So star map for power, comma A, and then I'm going to print my new A variable. So if I print this, so it gives 1, 8. It's basically 1 and then addition of these two. Then is a chain function. It is used for treating consecutive sequences as a single sequence. So for this, I'm going to first import chain from Itertools. And then I'm going to create a list, say and then I'm going to put this as the list of chain. So list and then chain, my list 1. Then I'm going to use my iterable chain. So result equals to list for chain dot from iterable list 1, then print result and print result CI. So it's basically, there are two ways that I've created this chain. So let's see the results. So you can see that it gives my list Steve Alpha Brad, and then for chain from iterable, it gives my characters separated together. Last one is zip longest. It is to make an iterator that aggregates elements from each of the iterables. So to implement this, first import then create two lists. Then you can zip it together. And then just print Z. So this has been zipped together, all the elements of my both the lists have been zipped together. So that's it from my side for iterated tools. I hope you enjoyed this coding exercise. Thanks for watching.